Page 7, Sonatina in C. Common timer, 4/4 time. No sharps or flats. And key C major, it's in the title. And you think, oh good, a short little piece, 2 lines long? No, it continues on page 8. So let's check notes, fingering, and rhythm and all that. The rhythm I don't think is a problem. It's mostly quarter notes and half notes. But the fingering, you're up here in the right hand first. So we can do that. Now for the second measure, you want 4th finger. This is common in piano, so that's fine. Then reach up. It's a B and a D. And then for measure 5, I recommend you use 4th finger on the first E and 3rd on the 2nd. Because you're coming off of here, that has a tenuto, you're going to hang on to that. I'll get to that later. But I don't want a lot of silence between here and here. Between measure 4 and measure 5. So I'm going to use 4th finger for the first E. There will be a little silence, but not much. I'm going to use 4 and then 3. So it's and then 4. Reach up, 3rd finger. Let's go on to page 8. They want 5th finger here for the first one. And you can do this because you had a half rest before. So you got 2 beats of rest to move. So you just come down 1. Then reach up. Reach up again. 2nd finger. Rest. During the rest, you can come down if you want. Another way of doing it, if you don't come down during the rest, is on measure 13, you play the first one with 2nd finger and then 5. That's kind of fun, but you have time in the rest to come down if you want and do 5 on both of those on measure 13. And then the rest of it is pretty much the same as what you've had before. Left hand, just half notes. I don't see a lot of problems going on in the left hand, but you got enough to think about in the right hand anyway. When you get to page 8, during the 2 beats rest, you got to come up. The whole notes, so that little, and you do that now. Let's go over to measure 15. You're here, reach down, and then come down to thumb. You're back what you were doing before. Put the hands together. And again, I'm just connecting everything for right now, except of course for the rest. And then measure 9 on page 8 is you're up here. Rest, so forth. So get the hands working together at whatever speed. You can go as slow as you need to go, it's fine. And we'll add in the slurs and staccatos. Here, staccato. And just lift up between these slurs. It's like taking a breath. And that tenuto, hang on to that, linger on that. And then go on staccato. The left hand connect it all. Just play it all legato. So forth. Then on page 8, again staccato. One beat of rest. Just put in the slurs and the staccatos, but play the left hand connected. See, when you look at measure 16 in the left hand, you see a slur on these? I don't know why. We're connecting everything anyway. The point is, the way it's written, you might want to lift up before you go on. I would recommend not connect it. Connect it all together. Connect it all together. These quarter notes lead into what's coming, so connect. You don't always lift up before and after a slur anyway, but most of the time you do, but here, please don't. Then the dynamics. Well, in MF-P, you'll notice the repeat sign at the bottom of page 7. So we're going to play these lines twice. Well, the first time you play, it's MF, moderately loud. whatever you think that is. The left hand's in the background. Keep it out of the way. But then when you repeat it, now it's going to be soft. Piano for soft. That makes the left hand very soft. Be careful. Then on page 8, measure 9. Now you're soft. And you're going to crescendo up to loud, but don't get loud until measure 12. The left hand stays in the background. See, it was like a measure at a time. So the first measure, measure 9, was soft. Then I come up to about moderately soft, then moderately loud, now loud. The left hand's and you're staying loud until measure 15. You come down, it doesn't say how much. You can come down to about a moderately soft. And then on measure 17, you're moderately loud again. Now be careful on some of this. It's like the first measure here in the right hand. Going to the second. The last note in that first measure is not staccato. Because your tendency is to make it staccato because you're going to move. Don't. Just, it's long, but you're going to lift up. So watch out on that. And that happens elsewhere too, so be careful on that. Then we think about the speed. Allegro, well, we want to feel it in 4. It's 4/4 time, or common time. So it's your fast. What do you think fast feels like? It's the feel of the please. So whatever you decide fast is, or whatever you can play accurately and all, don't get carried away. It's not super fast. It's just on the fast side. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. We will do the repeat signs because page 7 is repeated. You can see the 2 lines, and page 8 is repeated. It's surrounded by repeat signs. We're going to play it twice. So I'll give us 4 counts. Now what I want to do, because there's a page turn and I can't see, when there's a page turn, you got to make sure you turn the page without messing up the beat. Well, that's not hard because there's 2 beats of rest here. So during those rests, one hand quickly turn the page, and that way you're ready to go on. But for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the stuff on page 7 with the repeat. Then I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn the page, and then I'm going to give us 4 more counts. I'm going to count us in again, and then we'll do page 8 twice because it's repeated. So I'll give us 4 counts, and we'll start with page 7. 1, 2, ready, go. To the top. 1, 2, rest, rest. Stop and turn the page. 1, 2, ready, go. repeat